In this video, we'll explore a beacon of preservation and pride, showcasing rare garments, intricate craftsmanship, and timeless stories they tell. In the heart of Guatemala City, it's named after Ixchel, the Mayan goddess of fertility and weaving. With over 7,800 original textiles from 147 municipalities, 34 villages, and 181 communities, representing the vibrant traditions of Indigenous Guatemala from the 19th to the 21st centuries. This remarkable collection, largely built through over 40 years of private donations and continually expanding, reflects the deep connection between textile artistry and Guatemalan cultural identity. Since its establishment in 1974, the museum has been a hub for celebrating and preserving this heritage, hosting educational programs, conferences, and classes to honor the craftsmanship behind these garments. Visitors can journey through 4 galleries to discover the intricate weaving techniques, designs, and traditions that highlight the rich cultural tapestry of Guatemala's 24 ethnic groups, where 40% of the population identifies as indigenous. One example to see is the suit, a versatile textile used across Maya cultures, historically and in modern times. Made traditionally on backstrap looms or with European-introduced treadle looms, it features intricate designs including tie-dye, brocade, or embroidery, though modern versions often use factory-made cloth. Available in various shapes and sizes, the suit serves both practical and symbolic purposes. Small ones are used for food wrapping, while larger ones function as carriers or coverings. Ceremonial suits play a role in religious events, signifying the wearer's social or spiritual identity and accompanying sacred items. Despite declining use, the suit remains a symbol of Guatemalan indigenous heritage, reflecting the wearer's cultural and linguistic identity. Maya textile traditions reflect both technology and identity, signifying social standing, origin, and hierarchy. Dating back to 200 BCE, weaving evolved significantly after Spanish colonization in 1524, particularly in men's attire, while women preserved native techniques like backstrap loom weaving. Linked to 16 Mayan languages, these garments embody creativity and resilience, maintaining cultural identity amid changing times. The Maya civilization, part of the broader Mesoamerican region, thrived through Guatemala, southern Mexico, Belize, and parts of Honduras and El Salvador during the pre-classic, classic, and post-classic periods. During the classic period, Maya culture flourished, especially in the lowlands, excelling in architecture and in the arts. These cultures, including the Maya, whose history dates back to 2000 BC, shared a common textile tradition and achieved advancements in sculpture, pottery, painting, writing, astronomy, and mathematics, including the development of an accurate calendar. Archaeological evidence shows textile production in Mesoamerica dating back to 5000 to 2500 BC, including ropes, nets, and mats. The backstrap loom enabled weaving for garments, trade, and ceremonies. Cotton, both white and brown, was the primary fiber, signifying status, while elites also used jaguar skin, feathers, and jade. Natural dyes and advanced techniques like brocades were prevalent, with examples found at sites like Rio Azul and Chichen Itza. Common garments included loincloths, skirts, and huipiles, richly decorated for elites. Organic material and burial practices limit surviving examples of this craftsmanship. Spinning and weaving were integral to domestic life across all Maya social classes. The spindle used consisted of a wooden stick and counterweight. Given the materials used for these, clay and alabaster, many that date back to the pre-Hispanic era have been found. For the Maya elite, whether rulers or nobles, used materials such as feathers from quetzals, macaws, parrots, and other birds as prestige symbols. With these, they decorated headdresses, capes, and mashtal, shields, and possibly other garments including hip cloths and huipiles. Headdresses symbolize social and religious status, as evidenced by their detailed representation on ancient vases and figurines. While elaborate styles have largely disappeared, some designs can still be traced back to pre-Hispanic traditions. women have long woven the suit, and this versatile item has been used for various purposes, such as carrying a child, covering the head, and signifying authority. Flowers are a common decorative motif in pre-Hispanic and modern times, which were deeply symbolic, possibly reflecting ancestrals' connection, and they adorned clothing, jewelry, and offerings, especially during rituals and festivities. During the Spanish conquest of the New World, Spanish fashion introduced materials like wool and silk, previously unknown in America. This fashion relied heavily on imported materials, which were expensive and mostly accessible only to the Spanish, Creoles, and high-ranking indigenous people. They could also include linen, batiste, chambray, and felt. Dance in Guatemala is also a vital expression of its cultural heritage, blending pre-Hispanic, Hispanic, and contemporary influences. Traditional dances often feature dancers wearing masks made from local woods like white pine and cedar, which allow the performer to embody the character they represent and protect them from hostile forces. This mask collection displayed in the gallery is specifically associated with the unique Dance of the Devils, which is performed during festive occasions such as patron saint celebrations and on December 8th for the Immaculate Conception. While traditional indigenous dress is mostly worn by women, the Ixchel Museum highlights male attire, showcasing textiles from 1900 to 1960s, organized by linguistic groups and cultural regions. This includes shirts for different occasions and ceremonial trousers from Almolonga, donated in memory of Monseñor Carlos Sanchez. This collection is particularly valuable, making it accessible to the public to preserve and share this important cultural heritage. The exhibition also showcases traditional and modern clothing of indigenous women in the cofradías from 6 communities. Originally established to propagate Catholicism, over approximately 500 years, cofradías have acquired important religious, civil, and political status. The attire, distinct in materials, design, and colors, reflects the wearer's roles in these religious brotherhoods, and it's crafted with fine materials using intricate techniques by expert weavers. These garments are worn during rituals honoring a patron saint, featuring masses, processions, music, and dances, fostering community bonds. Included are symbolic insignias of the saints, crafted from precious materials, signifying the cofradía's power and devotion, with accompanying photographs offering a glimpse into the sacred traditions. The activities and ceremonies of Guatemala's cofradías vary widely, ranging from grand community celebrations to modest efforts to sustain traditions. Similarly, their adornments and sacred objects reflect this diversity, spanning from simple items to exquisite colonial silver artworks. The last gallery is dedicated to Carmen G. de Peterson, born in 1900s in Guatemala to an international family. She studied art in London and later returned, where she found inspiration in the lush South coastal landscapes. She is celebrated for her intricate watercolors that capture the essence of indigenous identity. The Ixchel Museum, which preserves these works, offers a unique perspective by juxtaposing the paintings with the actual garments, showing both the artistry of Peterson and the striking vibrancy of the textiles themselves. Her depiction serves as both artistic masterpieces and historical records of changing Mayan textile traditions, particularly men's attire, which has seen significant transformation. These works, published in her book Maya of Guatemala, became significant to the museum's textile collection, which her donations help establish. Her legacy continues to honor and preserve Guatemalan cultural heritage through both her art and contributions to the museum. So, if you're looking to submerge yourself deeply in the roots of Guatemala's indigenous culture, make sure to visit this museum next time you are here.